Good day everybody, this is the Ecclesiarch here, back to you with some more Warpforge, and boy do I have some exciting news for you guys. Now, as you guys know, the Beast Snagas, Snakebites are coming to the game very soon, and a lot of people, even though they've been excited, they have felt like some of the other Xeno factions have not been getting anything at all compared to the Orcs. So, Everguild apparently decided to give us a little bit of a surprise. So what we're going to be getting here is going to be the new Tau legendary Warlord. So apparently they have decided to add a single legendary Warlord to Tau, just like they did with Titus for the Ultramarines, right? Now, I think that a lot of people expected Farsight here. There was a lot of talk about that, but unfortunately it's not Farsight. But I think you guys will be excited for what you are going to be seeing. So we are actually getting a card which is going to be modeled after none other than our own BJ the Brave. So look at that, the new Tau legendary Warlord BJ the Brave with 40 HP, and interestingly enough it's the opposite of the Swarmlord. It's got 1 melee attack and 3 ranged attack, right? So apparently this is going to be the first Warlord after the Swarmlord that is going to have this kind of a special lineup, which I think is really good for the Tau. And judging from the fact how much BJ actually liked the Tau, I think Everguild really understood that this is where the Warlord is supposed to be. Now he also comes with the Day of Ascension talent, which we're going to take a look at in a moment, and he also comes with a Reckoning. So the Reckoning mechanic from Horus Heresy Legions has also made it into the game, which I think is super exciting personally for me. So let's first take a look at his talent, Day of Ascension. So it's a zero cost talent, which is add the Neophyte Initiate to your hand. Now, there's a couple of layers of very interesting things here. First off, this talent is not ephemeral. So technically speaking, you could gather a lot of these cards together and then play it on one single turn for just a huge nuke. You just have to control your hand so that you don't end up drawing a little bit too much, right? So a very interesting talent, and plus integrates the Gene Stealers into the Tau, which I think is super interesting, and I think we all are gonna love playing against that. Now, apart from that, BJ gets a Reckoning card. So what's a Reckoning? Take a look at that. It's a 15 cost card, and it says BJ becomes transfigured, -5 cost every time you miss lethal. So this is very important because you cannot play this card unless you actually miss lethal. But if you do that, then suddenly it drops to 10 cost. If you miss it again, then it's a 5 cost. But don't forget, it is possible to miss lethal a couple of times in a single turn, which means that if we do that intentionally, we get the Reckoning. Now, you might ask, why the hell would I want to do that if I already have lethal? Well, there is a catch. So BJ Transfigured is actually a very interesting Reckoning. So your Warlord is basically replaced, just like it happens in HHL. Your melee attack also becomes 3. You will heal for around 5 HP, as usually is with transformations, and he loses his talent. But look at this, he has Artifice. Fill your hand with Neophytes and they cost 0. Opponent can't resign. So when do we want to do this? We want to do this when our opponent is obnoxious and annoying, and you really want to just torture them and win that way. So imagine you transform, your opponent is no longer able to resign, so they will either Alt F4 and be branded a plugger, or they have to endure the torture that you will bring upon them. So I believe that this is actually something that the game really needs right now, and it's amazing that Everguild has decided to add such an amazing card to the game. Now guys, of course, jokes aside, this was just a joke. This is not the real card that I was going to reveal, that's just April Fool's, but I do have the real card as well. So let's take a look now at the actual new Tau Legendary Warlord, Commander Farsight.